Geraldo Rivera with us right now. So it's time, of course, for the Daily Take.
Hey, Connell.
Hello, Geraldo. You just saw the president live, right? We had it on our air, and he was on his way out to Marine One. Does President Trump sound to you like a guy who is looking for an exit, or a guy who was looking to dig in and take this further than people thought?
Yeah, it sounds like someone who's puffed up on his own bravado. I don't think that anything in the president's attitude, his physical presentation or his words, gives me any comfort. You know, if everything is going so well, why do I feel so bad? I just believe that while it is absolutely barbaric to see these Iranians executing dissidents, I think it is similarly barbaric now at this stage of the game for us to keep killing, or Israel to keep killing Iran's leadership. I mean, that is in the history of warfare, the modern history of warfare. I don't know that conduct has ever been accepted as under the rules of war. You know, someone pops up to run the country and they get killed in an airstrike. It seems to me very creepy. And I absolutely believe in the Geraldo law that the longer this goes on, the worse the news gets in the Middle East. Pessimism rules. It is.
That's what you always say that.
Where we go for now. Right. Now they're talking about the A-10, the Warthogs.
Yes.
Now they're talking about bringing in the Apaches. Both ground support aircraft, formidable, wonderful, with our magnificent airmen and service people. You know, we have the weapons to cause all kinds of hell with a ground invasion, and then we'll have boots on the ground, and then we'll be in Afghanistan again or Iraq again, and there are tens of thousands of service members and former service members here in the country. Ask them how they feel about another Afghanistan and another Iraq, and people who tell you that this thing is we're going to have this thing wrapped up, or we got this in the bag, or we're doing great, and we don't need this and we don't need that. You know, hot air.
I was thinking of that last week. You know, when I was there, this is the president at Andrews, by the way. I doubt he'll talk now. We'll watch him and Rubio walking across. But I was thinking of those comments when you always say that you're in the Middle East, Tim. Just when you think it's bad, it could always get worse. And that leads me to kind of a question. You see some of the numbers at the bottom of your screen with the Trump supporters among his own voters are pretty strong. But he does these interviews, Geraldo, the president, like with various reporters. He did one or two today. And now he said something to the effect, well, the idea of regime change, that's not the primary goal, okay? And then it came up whether Netanyahu maybe is pushing for something that he's not. So as he heads up the steps of Air Force One, I want to go back to a few moments ago when we had him live. They asked him about that, whether he and Netanyahu were kind of on the same page about how it would end. Here's that exchange.
Do you think Israel will be ready to end the war when you're ready?
I think so, yeah. The relationship's a very good one. I think so. You know, we want more or less similar things. You know what we want? We want victory, both of us, and that's what we've got.
All right. Well, you do have to define that, Geraldo, right? You said we more or less similar things about, and then in the interview, Trump said, well, the regime change is not the primary goal. I'm pretty sure Netanyahu would like to see a new regime, so I'm not sure. What do you think?
You know, I love President Trump. I want to make that very clear. I mean, I have a relationship, or have had over the years, a relationship. He's always been so nice to me and my family, very supportive. I want him to succeed. I want his words to be true. I just, as an experienced war correspondent, I'm telling you, this thing is at the beginning stages, not at the end stages. And anyone who tells you that everything is cool and just hang in there, you know, they haven't read recent history. They haven't seen what escalation looks and feels like. And how we're getting dragged into this thing. And, you know, because we want to win. And we have the capability to counter these various moves by Iran. Right. So Iran moves, you know, 20 guys with RPGs to the Strait of Hormuz. We send, half a fleet. You know, and a cost of $200 billion. Do we want to spend an additional $200 billion right now on this conflict? It's just only good thing is that coming from this is these Arab nations around the Strait of Hormuz are redirecting their pipelines so the Strait of Hormuz will be neutralized by other means of distributing the oil. It won't be the choke point, or if it is, it'll be irrelevant because they'll just put it through pipelines. That's what the president should be encouraging now.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.